Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my partner and co host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So, welcome to Coffee, Tea, Thoughts and Conversations with the Biz Chicks. And today we have a topic we hope that you would just dive into and enjoy. So, what is our topic today, Fran?
Your success is guaranteed.
Very good. Very good. I know we have a guest in the green room and we're going to bring her up soon, but we're going to have this little chat real quick about your success is guaranteed. Okay. So, how do we know that our success is guaranteed, Fran? I'm like, really? I
Well,
know. Go ahead.
no. Go finish your question
I was
because,
going to say, I know that there are things that we can, habits that we can form that will help us with our success. But my question is, how is it guaranteed?
well, it's a guarantee because we've been promised that everything that we needed for life and godliness that we have. So that's one. The second thing is that you have the skill set. You came into this world with a certain skill set. There are things that only you can do, other people may not be able to do. And it's something that it's uniquely you. Like some people just love to fly planes and they see planes everywhere. Okay, then you might want to be a pilot. There's just something innate in each one of us that they do. Some people are really good with numbers and they just love numbers and they can just do numbers all day. Okay, then that's what they do. But your success guarantee comes when it is you knowing and deciding what it is that you want to do and then go do it. Do the successful steps that'll take you to that point. What are the successful steps? It is the things that get you in that get you to your destination, right?
Okay.
It's the things that you do every day to get you to where you want to be.
Okay. Things like paying attention to your customers, paying attention to your business, waking up every morning and just,
Sticking to your routine.
yes. Once you identify your purpose, then you start to identify the right habits.
Correct.
Um,
So hang
yeah.
on a second
Mhm.
here. I am getting ready to do something. Go keep talking, Terry.
Okay. And some of those habits might include things like um, notice what you're doing, pay attention to what you're doing, think about what you're thinking about.
Okay.
Make sure that you do one thing to move the needle in your business every day. Um,
Correct.
if it's call your customers, or if it's create a design or a blog post or whatever it is you need to do, but you need to have a formula for how that day is going to go. So once you do that, then you can get in a rhythm. The other thing is you need to ignore your feelings. Don't be moved by what you feel. Stick to the plan. Just like when you were employed, you got up, you went to work, whether you felt like it or not. Get up and work your business, whether you feel like it or not,
Mhm.
whether you think the needle is moving or not. And by all means, prioritize your health. Make sure that you get some form of exercise, that you're eating well, that you're hydrating. You want to make sure that all of those things are going on in your business. Now, you may not be a rock star from the very beginning, but don't forget to celebrate. When you have those successes, guys, don't forget to celebrate. Hi, Marie. It's good to have you in the studio. We just want to give you a shout out. We want to give a shout out to all of those on Clubhouse and those of you watching live and on the replay. We are
And,
talking about
and
success
Terry,
guaranteed.
Terry, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we got people in butter
Okay. Well,
over.
welcome, butter folks. I see you're churning.
Yeah, so the butter people, we got Trish over there in butter and Tyrell over in butter. Now, the people in butter, if you want to see this, I think I can put a link where you can watch it, watch the video. So continue, Terry, while I.
Okay, so these are just some of the things that you need to do and automate as many of those activities as possible. Building habits is all about making it easy and automatic. So you want to make sure that your habits trigger other new and good habits. For example, set a timer to tidy the house for maybe 10 minutes because when your house is cluttered, you can't think, or when your desk is cluttered, it's hard to think. Um, Write your brand while your brand is clear after a workout in a great time to do something creative. Build habits around whenever you tend to hit a slump during the day. So you want to get those habits together. And then the thing we all know is don't procrastinate. Okay? Make it non negotiable, a personal policy not to procrastinate. Always keep your word to yourself. Procrastination is failing to keep your word to yourself. I said I was going to do this, but I put it off. Okay. And then, last of all, I want you to think, hey, don't try to go from 0 to 100 overnight. Take your time, build your business. um, Miss Hartman says she tried butter, but it wouldn't let her in.
She's already here, so.
Okay, great. All right. So those are the habits that will guarantee success.
All right, let's see. I am still tootling around over here. Uh,
Well, I have some things going on, so I'm going to have to mute myself.
okay, well, we can't hear too much of that anyway.
All
Um,
right, well, good. So, with that, we just want to say we hope that you're forming great habits that'll help you get to your success. So, thank you for listening, and we're going to bring our guest up shortly.
all right, but before we do that, we want to give you an opportunity to become a part of the Biz Chicks community. And what we would like for you to do is to join Biz Chicks. Jorelle is a Biz Chick. We got TK over here on Butter. She's a Biz Chick. Mari, I think you're a Biz Chicks too, but I need you to go to bizchicks.net, set up your profile so we can do business with you, so we can find you, learn more about you, talk about what it is that you do. So you have an opportunity to do that. This community does not cost you anything to join. There are opportunities for you to become a VIP member, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we are talking about just becoming a biz chick so we can get to know you, what it is that you do, and how you serve. So we're giving you that opportunity. Everybody has that opportunity. Just go to bizchicks.net, click the join now, go in, fill out your profile so that we can talk to you there. And if you're over on the Facebook group, we are looking to, we're in both places right now. We would like to end up at the bizchicks.net place. So do what you can to get over there because we want to hear about what you do. All right. News coming up in 2023, January 2023, January 2nd, as a matter of fact, we're back at Seasons 52, live and in person. And you can join us. If you're in the Sacramento area, please come out. We will be back at Seasons 52. We'll be doing our networking events again. You've asked, we answered, and we're back.
I'm really excited about getting back to Seasons 52. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you face to face
Mhm.
in that great place. And I think 2023 is going to be the year, what I call the year of the gatherings. because we've been cooped up a little while. So we want you to come on out, and so we can connect, share, and grow.
Yes. All right. So now, today, our guest is Jorelle Austin. We're going to bring her in, and we're going to just have a little conversation with Jorelle. Jorelle is one of our biz chicks. We started conversing over on our biz chicks community group, and we're like, oh, she's doing lots of things here. And if you saw her bio when we sent you out everything, she is doing a lot. The woman is busy, and I'm interested in how she got started. So, one of our first questions, first of all, Jorelle, welcome to Biz Chicks.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for
Good
having me.
morning.
I'm so happy to be here.
And we just want to say thank you for taking the time this morning to step in and share your story with us. Um, so tell us a little bit about tell us what you do and then how you got started.
Well, as you said, Francine, I do many things right now, but originally, I started as an employee of the federal government, have done that for many, many years, over 20 years, and did everything from supporting policy to business strategy to just basic consulting services directly for the government, within the government. In 2017, I launched my own consulting firm, which is Corpus Consulting Services, kind of looking ahead and looking towards the future, trying to see where I wanted to go when my federal career ended. And it's getting close. It's getting close, ladies. I've done my time. And so I launched that company in 2017. We currently have 5 employees in 2 states and 2 contracts, one with the Army Corps of Engineers and one with another government agency that we've been working with, and it's going really, really well. Um, the other things, and I'll get into that a little bit later, I've got some other projects going on, but you talk about how I got here. So one of my bosses that I used to report to within the federal government kind of had the same itch that I did. Wanted to get out, wanted to do his own thing, wanted to do something different. Retired and started his own company. And we always had this running joke that when we left the federal government, we weren't going to work for anybody else anymore. And so once he got his company up and running, as time would tell, he came up, Jorelle, come join me. I said, no, 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 no. Remember the pat. When we out, we out. We not coming back. And so we talked for a while, and he said, you've got great skills, great skill set. You did great work for me. Start your own company. You're a woman. Um, he was very frank and very blunt and said, you're a minority woman. He said, you're going to break into an industry where there aren't many minority women. He said, you can actually write your own story, create your own footprint, and be very successful. And he was absolutely right. I have not regretted the decision. So that's kind of how I got started, and continuing to go forward. So that's how Corpus Consulting Services came to be. I guess what else I'll tell you is that I'm originally a Texan, from Corpus Christi, Texas. That's kind of the pun and the punchline. And that's where the name of the company came from, kind of going back to my Texas roots and paying homage to where I came from. So that's kind of my story.
Hey, very good. Because I was thinking that I'm like Corpus. That sure is a unique name. And now I know
Hmm.
the backstory. Uh, my our second question for you: What would you say was the biggest challenge that you faced getting started?
Wow. When you say that, Francine, 3 things actually come to mind. But I think the biggest challenge that I had was actually finding a good mentor and a good community. And I say that to you because when I started in 2017, much to my former boss's, guidance and kind of, mantras, what he told me was exactly right. This was an industry that was being headed up by men, honestly. They were, starting these companies, running these companies. A lot of them came from the federal government sector, retirees. Some were ex-military folks that started companies because they had a specialty. And so the hardest thing of that was kind of breaking into that field. And I never will forget, once I established the company, he took me to a conference. We were down in Orlando, And one of the very first things he did, he said, I'm going to walk you in the room and introduce you to some people and kind of tell you how this works. Um, and you know how I hate to be cliche, but how Oprah always says you have that aha moment. We walk in this convention center room. Imagine this auditorium. Got to be at least 200 to 300 people in there. And I'm sorry, I talk with my hands, so just don't mind me.
You don't
And
mind.
we step in the room, and I am the only woman in the room. I am the only person of color in the room. And that's when it hit me. Whew, this might be a little arduous. And so I would tell you my biggest challenge has been kind of killing that stereotype, showing up in contracting offices for meet and greets with contracting officers and them expecting someone else, not really knowing what to make of me or who I am with the name of Jorelle. That's kind of odd in itself. Only to be surprised and say, "Oh, you're a woman. Oh, you're a woman." So I think that's probably been the biggest challenge. Is kind of breaking that stereotype, getting your foot in the door, and breaking down those barriers. And I've been very fortunate that I've had a lot of people that have kind of helped along the way.
Yeah. Now you said there were three things.
Mhm.
Please
Yes,
elaborate
ma'am.
on the other two.
The other one I think was actually saving and having the funding and the capital for it. This is a very entrepreneurial business, more entrepreneurial than most, I think, because you kind of basically take your talents and your passion and you hone in on those. And that's how many people start their consulting firms or their companies. We've all heard the term do what you love what you do. That's exactly how this gets cultivated. And so, people don't tell you all the nuances when you start. Oh, you're going to need this, and you're going to need that, and you're going to need this. And even though I had worked or still work in the federal government, it's very different going from being sitting in a desk and having someone else do everything else for you to you now having to do it. And so the capital piece of it was very important. And again, lessons learned. I had to go in, find funding, find investors, do that whole thing. And then I saved. I'll be honest with you. I saved. I saved for about a good 2 years, and it honestly still wasn't nearly enough. Number three, I think the other biggest challenge that I actually had was actually pushing and branding and marketing. And what I will say to everybody, one of the things that I didn't understand was the power of branding and marketing. If you do nothing else, I will say to anyone starting an entrepreneurial business, get your business plan, get your branding and marketing. It's going to create who you are. It's going to outface to everyone that needs to get to know you, know what you're doing, what you're selling, who you are. So that was a lesson learned. So I've had a couple lessons learned.
Sounds like you learned them and on the way is. And if I heard you correctly, you said 2017.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Okay, and this is 2022. So
Yes, ma'am.
5 years,
Yes. Hmm.
and you're making headway in the space. This is really good. Terry, is there anything that you'd like to?
I just want to say we have a comment over here from a fellow Texan.
Oh yeah,
Marie Marie Hartman says, my family's rooted in Texas, and I'm currently a federal employee too. But my heart is helping people find good jobs in real estate. She says, condos, housing, hope to run an office in 2024. So
run
she's got
for
to
office.
run for office. Okay, pardon me. Run for office in 2024. So she's got an exit plan and a purpose.
Go Marie. Go Marie. Go Marie.
And then we have a comment here from Mark, who's our resident community comedian. So let's see. A large part of my organizational development work was in partnership with an incredibly talented African American PhD, despite the fact that they, what is it?
That they were her contracts. I
Okay.
worked for her. More often than not, clients would address me with the question since I was the man. Amazing. He
Mhm.
was working for her, but they went to
Yeah.
him like
Talk to him. Yeah.
that,
I,
like he was the boss.
I think we've all experienced that at some
Yes.
point.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. We have.
Where
We
they
definitely have.
just look right past you and start talking to your subordinate, even,
Hmm.
because they
Yeah.
assume that they have the power. Yeah. So that was a lesson learned.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
So looking to the future, what do you have on the horizon? What do you see? You said you had some things that you're working on and some new things. Well, tell us about that.
Yes, ma'am. So I've got a couple of projects going. One of the things that I'll be doing in the near future, next week, I believe, as a matter of fact, I am starting my own podcast. It will be called Business to Business. It'll be on the Bridge Network. They are here on YouTube. And what we're going to be doing, or what the goal of the podcast is, sorry, can't talk this morning, is going to be to establish a platform and a forum for entrepreneurs to come in. Whether you're thinking of starting a business, just starting a business, or have an existing business that needs a little bit of a refresh. What I want to do is create a community of information resources, and just network for people to go to. Give them some very tangible information that's going to help them move forward. We'll be getting into all types of things like government contracting. We'll be talking to folks about how to get security clearances for your building and your facilities, your employees. We'll be talking about funding and getting people set up, trademark and patent services. I brought in all of my resources, both civilian and federal, to come in with this effort. And I'm really, really excited. I want people to leave the platform and say, you know what? Got this today. Let me go execute. I need to get a patent and a trademark. Saw these folks on here. Let me reach out. And that's really the purpose for me. It's interesting that Marie said in her comment that her calling is helping people. And that's always been my calling as well. A lot of what you're going to see on that podcast is what I've actually been doing behind the scenes for the federal government for years. People pick up the phone and call you, hey, can you help me? Can you turn me on? Can you refer me? So that's kind of what this is going to be. And my goal in that is to hopefully that it will help someone. It will give someone the resources that they need to get going, get started, refresh their business, or maintain their existing business. Because as I just said to you ladies a minute ago, I have some lessons learned. The next big thing that I've done, here in the past month, just signed a partnership with two other companies, Insilla Technologies here in the DC metro area, and Compass Government Solutions headed out of Annapolis, Maryland, which is also another woman-owned minority business. Very excited about that. And we've got two other contracts on the table for partnerships as well, to either do primary or subcontracting, however that shakes out. The third thing I have going, I got a lot of things going. I actually do consulting for private businesses. And so I picked up two new clients last week, and I'm excited about that. Helping them restructure their businesses, helping one person who's crossing over from the civilian sector coming into federal contracting. So I'm real excited about that. And then last but not least, one of the things that I've always wanted to do in terms of having a dream is to do a franchise. So we recently, I say we, but the company recently got approved to do a 7-Eleven franchise. Don't know where it's going to be yet, but definitely I'm looking forward to setting that up. So yeah, I got a couple of things going. Just a little bit.
Just a little, but this is good. And the cool thing is your success is guaranteed because you're doing the things that's going to lead you to the success. You've been doing it since 2017, and you've been doing the necessary steps, getting a mentor, finding a community, because we keep talking about that. You need three things. You need a cheerleader, you need a coach, and you need a community. And you found that the gentleman that assisted you and told you, hey, you need to be doing this on your own.
Yep.
So you had a coach or a mentor. And it just sounds like you got a great community already. And you're part of our community. And so this is going to be really interesting. We're going to keep following your story. Gary, I know you got another question.
Well, my thing is, having been a government employee, I applaud you. And I know that we do have the answers because we do it every day so that we can make it look easy because we're the professionals in the business. So I encourage anyone who's looking to get information about how to become a government contractor to contact you, because we know, the ins and outs. I'm gonna just put it that way. We know the ins and outs, and we can make it easy for you. Make your path easy and successful, because we've been on the path and we built the path. And
Yes.
and we keep up with the changes on the path. So when the road signs change, we're able to help you. So we hope that you will contact Jorelle and get some information that will be impactful for you if you're looking to become a contractor.
And here's the other thing,
Absolutely.
even if you're not looking to become a contractor, but you're looking to um, get started,
Mhm.
not just in the contracting, but just, okay, you work it like, okay, Sacramento is state driven. It is all of the state entities are here. And so you work in government now and you need to know next steps.
Mhm.
All of you people who working for the state right now, I'm talking to you.
What is your exit plan, folks?
What is it? And
Absolutely.
you need a coach, and I'm not sure if she's doing coaching yet, but you might need to have a consult with her
Mhm.
to figure
Indeed.
out your next steps. Go ahead, Jorelle.
Thank you so much for that. And I will piggyback on that and say, I know a lot of people who offer coaching services, and I'm not quite there yet. But if you have a question, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer the question. If I can point you in the right direction, give you some assistance, and really help you, I'm more than willing to do that. If, as the lady said, if you're interested in actually having some strategic consulting done for your particular business, I'm here for that too. My personal mantra has always been, since I've worked for the federal government and even coming out now and doing this in the private sector for myself, my goal is to leave you better than I found you,
Mm.
whatever that means for you. I'm not in it to make a ton of money. I'm not in it to do anything other than to help people succeed and be successful, to build legacy and wealth. Because so many times people will give you the breadcrumbs and crumb you along, but they won't actually give you something tangible that you can actually put into action and motion. So that's what my goal is.
Very nicely stated. Yes, because you need somebody that you can talk to that's going to be honest with you, truthful with you, and help you get to that next level that you're trying to get to. So, another question:
Mhm.
what is your favorite charity or cause?
Wow, I actually have a couple. I would tell you my favorite one is this Susan Corman Foundation for Breast Cancer. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer and unfortunately died from breast cancer at the early age of 47.
Mm.
So that has really been next and dear to my heart because I believe in helping people and getting the word out and doing things through that organization. I love doing things with the Red Cross. That's my second probably favorite organization because they do a lot of disaster relief and things of that nature. And then I will tell you my third, I shouldn't say my third, but they're really kind of dear and near to my heart is the Boys and Girls Club. Some of these folks on these podcasts, on this show, excuse me, I'm going to date myself a little bit. I was a latchkey kid, a Boys and Girls Club kid. If you don't know what that means, Google it. You never had to go to a Boys and Girls Club. But I was a member in my local area in Corpus Christi, and it was a great environment to go to after school. They had all kinds of activities. They did educational things with you. They did leisure things for you. They kind of exposed you to areas and things that, some kids may not have had the opportunity to do or be a part of unless they were part of that organization. So those are my three: Susan G. Corman Breast Cancer Foundation, the Red Cross, and the Boys and Girls Club in my wherever you are, your local area.
Nice, nice. Okay, now this is going to be a little different because what we do. What
Okay.
is one thing in your purse or briefcase that you cannot do without?
Whew. Y'all gonna laugh because this is gonna be real funny. And of course, there's a story behind it that may not tell today. But I carry a trial size of Listerine mouthwash.
So you can't lead off with that and then not tell the story.
So the story I will tell you. I am a foodie. I love food, and being born and raised in South Texas, you eat a lot of Latin food, a lot of Hispanic food, and if you do a lot of tacos, enchiladas, pico de gallo, a lot of those things have onions. And from probably about the age of 16, I loved onions. My mother loved onions. Maybe it's an Austin thing. I don't know. But I would love onions, but onions would not agree with my breath. This is so embarrassing. And my mother actually started me on that years ago. She was like, girl, don't be walking up talking to nobody if you didn't ate them enchiladas. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Take something with you. And it started out actually as gum. And I kind of graduated from gum because I just don't do the gum thing anymore. But yeah, little trial size bottle of Listerine is always in my purse.
Oh,
So
And that's
I know that's weird. That is
it
weird.
is not weird. That is the first time we've heard lipstick, we've heard cell phone, we've heard a lot of different things, but never a small bottle of Listerine. And
that's unique.
but it's unique, but it's also very practical.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It
you have a
is.
little mini bottles of hand sanitizer. I can see having a little bottle of Listerine to help you through
Mhm.
the day.
And I still love the onions, so it still serves its purpose.
Mhm. Terry, is there anything else that you'd like to add? This has just been oh, go ahead, Terry.
No, I was going to say we're really excited to have you come by and talk with us, Jorelle. And we just wish you all the best in your endeavors. And we hope that you'll come back and let us um, explain to people even more how you can help them.
With that, what is one tip that you would leave with our audience?
Hmm. I would tell you, if you have any second guess, any anxiety, any second thoughts about starting a business, don't. Jump in, jump out, get started. You can do this. You can absolutely do this.
Hmm, thank you so much. Now, when we're going to have you, we're going to be introducing a couple of people. Now, the people who are online, put in the chat what your business is. Now, we
Mm.
can reach Jorelle. You can reach Jorelle through us. If you go to bizchicks.net, her whole uh, bio is over there. You can see her contact information is over there. You'll be able to reach out to her. You can send her a direct message through bizchicks.net. If you're part of the community over there, just go over there, click in there, and send her a DM. Send her some love, some hearts, some gifs to let her know how much you so appreciated this as much as we haven't have had the pleasure of her being with us this morning. I've learned a lot. This is
Thank you,
first Monday.
ladies.
Yep, this is First Mondays, and we get to talk about what it is that you all do. So you heard from our speaker. You heard how she pushed things forward. I trust that you got something that you are going to use from this to propel you forward. That's all the reason that we're here, to help you move forward. And we have other like-minded women and men, because we got some biz dudes too, that will help propel you forward. So let's go. 2023 lies ahead. It's just an open canvas. We can go in there, do whatever it is that's in your heart. You can do these things. You heard it from Jorelle. You got this. You can do this. Mari
Mhm.
says, thank you for great. It was some great information. So um, put in the chat, thank you. One of our Facebook users said insightful business, insightful business services. That's the name of your company. And you need to tell us who you are, because sometimes, Facebook
Mm.
is whoever they are, and I'm not seeing your name. So tell us who you are, because Insightful Business Services, we need to make sure that you get some press. And we have Mark. Mark is a strategic life planning, working with you to define success in a measurable capacity, and working with you to create the strategies that ensure that you achieve it. And his link is at newdesign.com, NUDESIGN.com, for those who are listening over here on Clubhouse. You can reach out to Mark Ward. Hey, Dr. Tachi, how are you?
This is
So Janice
yeah,
Jordan,
Miss
thank you
Janice.
so
Yeah.
much, Janice. You know you can always get the replay on YouTube, and I will put this up in the Biz Chicks um, group. Go to bizchicks.net, fill out your profile, and everything is in there. We have accountability Mondays, and we got feedback Fridays. There's all kind of stuff happening over there on BizChicks. So glad to see you here, Janice. Janice has got books too. Janice has got skills too. We're looking forward to the next time we can have a conversation with you. We're going to bring you back again to hear what's transpired since the last time. So just be ready for our next time. Anybody else over in the chat, Terry, who's got
Not that I can see.
all right. And no one on Clubhouse has their hand up to tell us about who they are and what they do. Jorelle, any final comments you have for our audience?
I would just say to the audience again, don't be afraid to step out there. As people say, love what you do what you love. There is a niche for everybody in any type of entrepreneurial business that you want to pursue. And then my closing comment, I will say to both of you ladies, thank you so much for having me on. I followed you for a while before I actually became a biz chick. And I really enjoy the content, and it is really helpful. And it's great to see what you guys are actually doing as well. Because there aren't many people, like I said, as I said, people give you a little crumb here and there, but to really give you something tangible that you can walk away with and utilize is vitally important. So please keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
We
Kawana
appreciate
says,
it.
good show. Hi,
LaWanda.
Luana. Yes. And we love you too, Janice. So
Yes.
with that, we just want to thank you so much, Jorelle, for coming in, sharing First Monday with us, and all of you listening and watching. We just want to say thank you for your time. It's been a wonderful opportunity to get more information to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. That-
Are we okay to go to the front of our own line?
yes, so I just want to say it's okay to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line. We'll see you Tuesday, right? We'll be
Yeah,
talking with Terry Johnson online everywhere from New York City.
she'll be in
So,
tomorrow,
yes, our
8 a.m.
digital marketing strategist. Wednesday, we'll be talking to Coach Karen Fern all the way from Toronto, Canada, talking about your money mindset. Get your mind on your money. Thursday, we'll be talking about your health with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shamizu and friends. And on Friday, we will be talking, excuse me, tech in a way that you can understand and apply easily to your business. So, with that, we want to thank you again for being a wonderful guest and thank you for
Thank you.
listening. And we want you to know go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.